that this speech was like a James Bond movie. Good evening, contest chair, fellow contestants, and target speaker, and all the judges. Good evening.
Good evening.
So let's start. Like every James Bond movie has that awesome punchback, flashback. I would say when you started with that historical battle, 30th March 2004, I expected, oh come on, this is going to be another speech of Battle of Plassey, that all those Napoleon and all those things. But then when you started Battle of Pani Puri, I said, yes, I'm back to Mumbai, my favorite thing, Pani Puri. So I love that part. Next, like every James Bond movie, you had that great content. That when you started with that part where you said social 47% and like all the bookworms got 80%, that was a really good thing. That's when you added a little bit of statistics. So that was really good. The most important part of a speech is to get your audience involved, to lessen the distance between your audience. And exactly what a human speech does is that. I feel just like a James Bond movie gets everyone into the movie with all that action and thriller, you did that quite well. You had a perfect diet. You had a perfect delivery. The way you went around, the way you spoke was really good. You had information. Your information was too good. Just like in a James Bond movie, you have all those things where you go back and James Bond goes to this bank and he does some robbery or something like that. You had all those things like leak 10 stains, which you gave it really well. You used the acronym, you made an acronym of social, which was really good. You had entertainment. You entertained the audience thoroughly. Oh my god, James Bond is so good in entertaining people, I think you were one. You entertained, you took in the audience, come on with me in this trip. So that was really good. Transitions. You moved around, you had that part where you talked about Tornado, you talked about your dad, about how he got 51%. You talked about how, the reason why you entered a Gavel Club, and you talked about Times Now, Arnab Goswami. That part was really good. The conclusion, the one where you talked about the Human Rights Commission, was beautiful. The way you ended was wonderful. So that was about the diet part. Now just like in a James Bond movie, the enemy gives a punch and James Bond falls down and then he has to rise again. So I would say if you want to rise again way better in your next speech, there are two things that I would like to tell you. First, when you were talking about Tornado, I would say it was an amazing part. But when you were talking, look, you can't get a dog over here, that's true. So if you could just have a history book, after 9, everyone tears their book. So if you could just get a book and just show like, come on, this is how I was fighting. So that would have been wonderful. Go ahead with your wonderful speeches. I look forward for it. Thank you.